Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. So Pittsburgh's offense is on the field for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching him as a defensive player and coming in this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll run play action. Grab near the marker. It's Booker. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He lofts one down the sideline. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Handoff from the gun. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Nowhere to go with the ball down. He goes at the 39. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
He's going for it all. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Back to throw, it's Baker. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete. This is is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline.
Oh, he's got some space. Into the end zone. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And I love the decisiveness by the quarterback on that play. Nobody open downfield. I'm going to go get this myself. And I'm not just going to go get a first down. I'm taking this thing to the house.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field, finding themselves down 7-0, then love to get a drive going here. They'll go with a direct snap. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops the throw. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. Finding an escape route. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And you can have that kind of success on first down running the football. It just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quarterback moving. Finding open areas. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's a good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Just does not like to be tackled. Discarding guys and getting to the 21. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to find another play. It'll be third down. To throw, it's Baker. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
A first down run on the doorstep. That's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. On in the backfield, it's Mason. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great play by that quarterback. There's so much space out here. Football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football with one of those quick passes like that, nice job by the quarterback.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all take.
There he goes.
Coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game, he scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Nowhere to go on down. He goes at the 39.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. We saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside him, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Yeah, right back to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks it to the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Quick strike complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at it. They're just continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody.
Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Dogs! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting you back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab inside the 30. Ripping through the defense. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Pitt.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. back in motion, try to clear the picture. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pitt will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue beat.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air, it's Baker. With the catch, it's Morton. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. That's a clock. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air, it's Baker. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough day for this defense so far, guys, especially against the pass. They haven't been able to force that many incompletions. They've already allowed 2 TD passes. They need more plays like that, and they got to be able to put it back-to-back to gain some confidence defensively.
This one's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Got a man, it's Moore. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. Rush is on him. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. It's complete. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Georgia! Fired in from the red zone for him to score.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Snagged in the middle. It's Siegel. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Panthers will snap it on first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You're just getting...
Turning it on. The 20. He's at the touchdown goal. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Pitt will have to boot this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Past the 45. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
And the Dogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and is picked off. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Caught behind the line. It's Martin. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He's got great speed, really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. It's Baker. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up.
Let's go, right. Get in the end zone, fellas. Red 70 black, all right.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Snowed under by the defense. Behind the chains now on second and long.
Get ready.
Trying play action. He's looking deep. It's an stride inside the 10. And he's slipped by the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play And they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Bring in the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Finds his man. It's Seagal. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Pitt will have to boot this one away. They'll look to pin him deep.
Do it now! Do it now!
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands, it's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense. They're really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Baker. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. At the 40, there he goes. And he affects his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. To throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Morton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
He'll will start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's stopped. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's complete on the right side. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent tonight.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight, taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level.
Going downfield for the big play.